Hi, Council of Leopards. So today we are going to start, as we do every day, with our mantra. A mantra is something that you say at the beginning and sometimes the end of an event, or sometimes it's just something you say to yourself to help you feel better or give you confidence. Our art room mantra goes like this. I want you to repeat after me the things that I say. So, I make messes, I make mistakes, but deep inside, I have what it takes. I am an artist. Okay? All right, good job. Now we'll begin our lesson. Okay, so I thought that we would take our distance learning time to review the elements of art, which are line, shape, color, value, form, texture, and space. When we talk about the elements of art, we almost always start with line. I explain it to the little kids as a line is a dot that goes for a walk. So a line begins with a point in space. Imagine my hand is a point in space. And then that point stretches out in any way to create a line. So there's all sorts of different types of lines. Here's some examples here. And we will review the most popular types of lines here in just a second. But I want you to take a minute to try to get out a piece of paper or a pencil, anything you might have that you can draw on. If you don't have any paper, you can use the back of an envelope or a piece of mail or a scrap paper, anything that you can write on. Okay, so as I described a minute ago, a line is a dot that goes for a walk. So even when we write out the word line, we notice that the word line in any words are just made out of lines. So letters are also lines. So let's review some types of lines. Remember, a line is a dot that goes for a walk. So we have straight lines, wavy lines, looping lines, zigzag lines, spiral lines. We have lines that come together to make shapes, returning to the same point. Let's see what else. I mean, you can even have a line that just kind of goes all over the place. It's just a point in space that continues to go around and stretch out. A line is a dot that goes for a walk. So now that we've taken some time to review line, I want you to spend a little bit of time, maybe 5 minutes, 3 or 5 minutes, practicing drawing different pieces or different types of lines on a paper. And we will look at a book about line. And I'm also going to take you on a quick little tour, a virtual tour of the National Gallery of Art. And you'll see lots of different types of lines in some art historical works of art that are really, really interesting to look at. So this videoing ourselves teaching is really weird. So I think I'll get better at it as we go. In next art lesson, lesson 2, we will play the line spinner game, which is really fun. And all you'll need for that is, again, a piece of paper and something to write with. I encourage you guys as we work through these lessons to push your creativity further. I don't know what you all have to work with at home in terms of art supplies, so I'm trying to keep our lessons really simple in general because I want everyone to be able to participate. So if you have some paints and you want to paint your lines, or if you want to draw your lines with crayon and then paint over them, you can do that. I just want to make sure everybody has the materials to use for these projects. So that's why they're going to seem pretty general. Once you guys get back to school, we'll have all sorts of fun art supplies to work with, and I can't wait to introduce you to the studio habits of mind and how to work in an art room that's set up like a real artist's studio. Hey guys, so I wanted to show you some works of art that have really cool uses of line. So I need to screen share with you my computer screen. can figure out how to do that. Hold on one second. There it is. Okay. And we want to share here. Share. Perfect. So right now you're looking at my computer screen and my face, and we're going to look at some works of art that explore line. And while we do this, I want you to think about the motion that the artist's hands would have had to make to create these lines and how different lines can feel compared to others. This work of art has a really cool use of perspective. Perspective is when lines carry on into the background of a work of art or to a vanishing point. So where the ground meets the sky, that line in the middle is called the horizon line. And on the horizon line, there's always a vanishing point. Right here where I'm moving my little mouse, that's the vanishing point. So these lines of the railroad are called orthogonal lines, and they're traveling back in space to that vanishing point. Let's move on. The work of this artist is really interesting. It's hard to see. Really cool use of line here. There's like wavy lines, straight lines, zigzag lines, lines to make this fence looking thing. Really, this one's really cool. Okay, let's move on. Lines like these. Winslow Homer is a really cool painter. But he's used line here in the sailboat to show movement as well, and in the water. And there's another boat painting here, yep. And these ones have the sails pulled up, and you can see the ropes that would have held the sails in place. And those are also made up of lines. And then back here, as I mentioned earlier with perspective, that line where the water meets the sky, that's called a horizon line. A horizon line. The vanishing point here is right back here in the distance. As you can see, the boats are getting smaller. So they're kind of traveling on invisible orthogonal lines, which is kind of cool. So I hope you guys liked this lesson online. And in lesson 2, as I said, we'll play the line spinner game. And then in 3 and 4, I'll introduce you to a project that you can do by tracing your hand and making it look like an optical illusion just by using lines. All right, guys, I'm happy to know you, and I will see you in lesson 2.